Next up at UFC Vegas 44, we have the fight that is 10 months in the making. We have broken this down. This is the third time breaking this fight down. This has been on and off many times. COVID on each side of this fight. We have seen them both fight twice since they were supposed to fight each other. Now they're supposed to fight each other. The analysis is a bit different this time around. We have Alonzo Menifield versus William Knight. Alonzo Menifield, 11-2 overall, 3-2 in his last 5, coming off of that win over veteran Ed Herman. William Knight, 10-2 overall, 4-1 in his last 5, coming off of the KO win over Fabio Charant. I mentioned this fight has been booked and rebooked several times. We've seen them both fight since the initial booking. Those fights have changed things for me. I now sort of have a different opinion on how this will go than I did 10 months ago. Alonzo Menefield has great power, great takedown defense, and is looking to take your head off with every single punch. Historically, the knock on him was his cardio, and we've seen him gas in the past, but in his last fight against Ed Herman, he didn't slow down at all. It was a 15-minute decision. He looked great the entire time. He had a good pace. He still had power, still had speed, was still athletic. His takedown defense held up, and now he has cardio. He's a legitimate problem if that all holds up in this weight class. William Knight is honestly a pretty similar story. He has incredible power. He's very explosive, and he throws everything with 100% intent. Unlike Alonzo, William never had cardio issues. Also, unlike Alonzo, William will use his wrestling. He has solid wrestling offense in his fight. He averages almost 3 takedowns per fight, but with only 53% accuracy. So that's a lot of shots. But his cardio holds up. I mentioned I flipped my pick here based on the analysis that was done 10 months ago. Before Alonzo fought Ed Herman, his cardio was a mess. And I knew William could push the pace with his wrestling, exhaust Alonzo, and win from there. But now it seems like Alonzo has buttoned up his cardio. He has fantastic takedown defense at 85%. This is still a really close fight. I think these odds are actually super wide right now. This is a really close fight because of how incredibly dangerous both these guys are. But Alonzo with cardio, I got to go that side. That's got to be my pick. I'm going against Connecticut here. I'm going Alonzo. I like the cardio. These odds are a bit wide, though.
Yeah, I'm going Alonzo too, but he's just got to stay out of the firefights, right? If this, the more technical this fight stays, it favors Alonzo, because we saw that in the the Charant fight with William Knight's last fight, that in those exchanges, you could tell he was literally, it looked like he was about to get knocked out at any moment, because in those exchanges, it's not side to side head movement that you like to see. It was that chin up, straight back. Even when he knocked the guy out, he was against the cage, about to run out of room. It felt like Fabio was about to knock him out, and then he just hits him with that little check shot and knocks him out. But that head movement is not going to be any good against Alonzo Menefield. But Alonzo can't get lungy, right? Because a lot of times when you see that head and you start lunging in, that's what happened with Fabio, and he got knocked out. So this fight needs to stay clean. Just keep your distance. Just piece him apart. Don't go for the knockout, Alonzo. And you'll win this fight as long as you can defend those takedowns. But if there's some firefights in here, Williams got the power, and he's got those weird angles that he comes like he's not like a normal technical striker. It's going to look weird. It's going to come at weird angles. I would be Alonzo all the way in this fight if it wasn't for that St. Preux knockout, because that was exactly what would happen in this William Knight, right? Because he was dominating that fight. He got a little too aggressive in the pocket, hands a little low, moving forward, and it was just that little check shot by St. Preux that caught him. And if William Knight hits him with that same shot, he's going to fold just the same. So I think Alonzo's a play, but he's got to just stay technical, man. He can't get into those exchanges.
I 100% agree. So if Alonzo did not get knocked out the way he did and isn't fighting somebody with, I think William Knight has less technical striking, but definitely more power than St. Preux. You're right. That will always be there as a what if. Josh Locks, you said over on rounds. The round line is 1.5. I completely agree. The problem is the bookmakers are onto it. It was like minus 200. I'm never going to spend that. Not in a fight like this. If it was even money or even minus 110, 120, I would, but not at the close to minus 200, wherever I was that I saw today. DraftKings, listen, Alonzo Menefield, $8,700. I think it's a little overpriced, but he still could be worth it. it's tricky because in order to be worth that, he's probably got to get a knockout, because winning a decision, he's not going to score a ton of points because he's not like a million strikes, not a million takedowns.
And Alonzo's gotten some takedowns too, so maybe he uses offense. The best way to neutralize William Knight's power, we saw that in his fight versus Dung Ung or whatever. He got taken down, was just flat on his back and couldn't do anything. So if Alonzo wants to offensive grapple, that's another path to victory there, and probably the safest one, honestly.
Yeah, it'll be interesting. Jesse, thank you very much for the donation. I just saw it on my phone. Appreciate that. As always, you're a true OG to this channel. What's interesting, you mentioned Alonzo wrestling. We saw William Knight just get bodied that entire fight. He was just completely manhandled in the wrestling department. And, that was not a great look. That's what's playing into these odds. He did come back after that loss, knock out Fabio Charant, look way better. So, listen, Alonzo's the pick. It's the cardio that made the difference for me. But honestly, we don't even know if that cardio is here forever or if he was just really prepared for the Ed Herman fight. So that could go either way. But Jakey boy, what do you think of the strike line? I'm feeling like over. I'm feeling like more and more on the Monkey Knife Fight strike line. I do think this fight goes a little bit, but 58's a little high. I don't see Alonzo throwing a million strikes. What do you think?
I like the more and more just because I think Alonzo really plays this fight safe, and he knows the implications, right? He's 11-2. This is a big name. William Knight just had that big knockout. This could be a big moment for him. I hope he doesn't try to chase that finish. Just get your win and get out of there, because you're the more technical guy in this fight.
Yep.
I play the more and more.
Yeah, more and more is probably the safe play. wewantpicks.com/MKF. It is daily fantasy. It's super easy. It's super fun. They instantly match your deposit. So if you don't even know what Monkey Knife Fight is, just go to wewantpicks.com/MKF. Sign up. They'll match your deposit. Use the free money. Play with the free money. If you enjoy yourself, great. Continue to play. Use the winnings. If you don't, no problem. Use the winnings till they're gone and then leave. wewantpicks.com/MKF. Sign up. You notice the logo under odds is MyBookie. That is a new betting partner for us. wewantpicks.com/bets. Sign up, make a deposit. Let me know after you do. I will send you $50, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, literally however you want your free money.